10 Risk Assessment Research Topics. Qualitative and quantitative risk assessment methods. What are qualitative and quantitative risk assessment methods? Here, you should explore the differences and applications of qualitative and quantitative risk assessment methods. Research how these approaches assess and manage risks in various domains, such as finance, healthcare, and industry. How can organizations decide which way to employ based on their goals and the required precision level? Hazard analysis, initial risk assessment, additional control measures. In this essay, you may assess hazard analysis as a risk assessment technique. Write about the steps engaged in conducting an initial risk assessment, identifying hazards, and implementing control measures. What are some real-world examples of accidents or incidents that could have been prevented through practical hazard analysis? Using market information for banking system risk assessment. Focus on using market information for risk assessment in the banking system. How does risk assessment contribute to informed decision-making by regulators, policymakers, and financial institutions? Also, try to explain how market trends, economic indicators, and financial data are analyzed to assess banking institutions' potential risks and vulnerabilities. Violence risk assessment tools for assessing possible future crimes of an adolescent. How do violence risk assessment tools work, and how are they applied to predict the likelihood of future violent behavior in adolescents? Try to research how psychological assessments, behavioral patterns, and other factors are considered to assess the potential for violent conduct. Besides, examine ethical considerations and the challenges of accurately predicting future actions. Rationalizing risk assessment, applications to agricultural business. This paper rationalizes the importance of risk assessment in the context of agricultural businesses. How can risk assessment aid in strategic planning and decision-making to enhance resilience and profitability in the farming sector? Next, reveal how risk assessment methodologies are used to manage risks associated with crop production or market volatility. Assess strategies for minimizing risks and optimizing decision-making. What are the possible future research directions for banks' credit risk assessment research? We offer to analyze the potential future research directions for credit risk assessment in banking. Try to address emerging trends, methodologies, and areas of innovation that researchers could focus on to enhance the accuracy and effectiveness of credit risk assessment in the banking sector. How do regulatory changes and evolving market dynamics shape the future directions of credit risk research? How does Homeland Security integrate risk management? Try to reveal how risk assessment, mitigation, and response techniques protect nations from terrorism, natural disasters, and cyber attacks. You might assess case studies and the collaboration between various agencies. How do different agencies and sectors collaborate to ensure effective risk management and preparedness? The relative efficiency and financial risk assessment of shipping companies. Another interesting topic is to explore the assessment of relative efficiency and financial risk in the shipping industry. How are shipping companies evaluated in terms of both efficiency and financial risk? Try to review how financial ratios and risk assessment models are used to assess shipping companies' performance and financial stability. Moreover, examine the implications of these assessments on investment decisions. Challenges for systemic risk assessment in low-income countries. Address the unique complexities and limitations that arise when evaluating systemic risks in economies with limited resources and infrastructures. You could explore potential strategies for overcoming these challenges. What are possible solutions or approaches for enhancing systemic risk assessment and management in these contexts? Technological market conjuncture, risk assessment, commercialization of intellectual property. We encourage you to study the risk assessment process for commercializing intellectual property in the context of technological market conjuncture. So, you should explain how evaluating intellectual property's market potential and competition dynamics influence the decision to commercialize. How does practical risk assessment contribute to informed decision-making and strategic management of intellectual property assets? Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.